Hello, my wild and beautiful friends. It's 4th of July weekend and we're getting out of town. I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to share with you my favorite way to cook dinner while we're camping. Doesn't matter what you put in it, the answer is always burritos. It's the perfect, simple, delicious handheld meal. You can literally do anything with them. Today we're gonna make a vegan chicken pot pie burrito. Let's get in the kitchen and do a little prep. Okay friends, first thing we're gonna do is rehydrate our soy krills. I've got some garlic bouillon here. If you wanna use a faux chicken or a vegetable bouillon, that'll work just as well. I'm using about a heaping teaspoon. I kind of eyeball it a little bit. I'm going to throw in some boiling water to get it dissipated a little bit and dissolved. And then I'm just going to dump my soy krills into that mixture, add a little bit more hot water until everything's covered, and we will let these rehydrate. The hotter the water with the soy krills, the more quickly they'll rehydrate. These little guys are honestly one of my most favorite ingredients. Steve loves them just as well, and he is not vegan. They take on any flavor and they really have a nice chickeny texture. So that's going to be the protein base for our chicken pot pies. And I'm just going to let them chill in this bouillon broth until we're ready to saute them up. Next, grab yourself a pan and throw in about a quarter cup of butter. I'm going to let this melt down and get some white onions cooking as well as some chopped up button mushrooms. This recipe, honestly, add whatever you've got in the fridge as far as veg goes. You can't go wrong. And then I'm going to add a little bit of thyme, sage, roasted red pepper flakes, salt and pepper, and a bit of flour to get a gravy going. I've got about 2 tablespoons here. I'll of course link below everything that I'm using. Gonna make kind of like a little roux situation. I'm gonna let this toast up a little bit so we don't have any raw flour flavor going on, and then add some garlic. I almost forgot. Then I'm gonna pour in some non-dairy milk, about a cup to start with. Stir it up, let it continue to cook on medium. If it gets too thick, add a little bit more. If it gets too thin, you can add a bit more flour. From there, I'm gonna add some frozen peas and some frozen carrots. I'm also gonna add a bit of pre-boiled Yukon Gold potatoes. And then I have drained our soy krills and I'm dumping them straight into this pan. We're gonna toss everything together. If you need it to have a little bit more creaminess, you can definitely add a little bit more plant milk. If I'm making burritos, I err on the side of a little less creamy just so they hold together a little better when they're cooking over the fire. Speaking of cooking over the fire, I've got 2 sheets of aluminum foil here. I'm kind of doubling them up halfways just so I have enough space for the mega sized burrito that we're gonna make. I've got some giant tortillas I'm gonna plop down here. Then I'm gonna fill it up with a little bit of our filling. This batch of filling will make 4 large burritos or an entire pot pie. Both ways, incredibly delicious. This way is just a little bit more portable and definitely easier for camping. Before we roll these little babies up, I'm gonna add a bit more cracked black pepper and some vegan Parmesan to give it a little bit of more of an umami flavor and creaminess. Now friends, please feel free to leave a comment and interject if I'm doing this funky. I'm by no means an expert, but when it comes to rolling burritos, I find that it's easier to start with the filling on the lower third of the burrito and then fold in and roll up like so. I'm gonna roll everything up into the foil as well, and then I'm gonna do a second layer of foil, and I find this is key to get everything heated thoroughly, but not too crispy on the outside. With these mega burritos, I cooked them on some coals next to the fire for about 10 minutes on each side, and that seemed to work out fairly perfectly. It really does kind of depend on how hot your fire is, but if you can make some wood coals and switch them over, that's the best way to do it, not just right into the flames. We were so excited to eat that I didn't get an unwrapping, but Steve's into it, so was Olive. Friends, I'm telling you, burritos are the way to go. You don't even need utensils. I hope that you give these a try. They are awesome, even if you just make them at home, but they taste even better on the fire at camping, I must say. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you're all having a wonderful summer so far. I can't wait to talk to you soon. Cheers.